Welcome back to the channel, and today I am going to pick up the crank pulley for the Durango. So I ordered an ATI damper because my crank pulley had some damage from the accident. Got the ATI damper for the Durango from my friend Nick's place, Creative Auto. It's in Pueblo, but he does the he can get all aftermarket parts, which is nice. So he got this. This was like the last one. He found it and sourced it, which was really nice because everything was like 2 to 3 to a month out. So hopefully everything's good there. The phone number's there. I think he could ship, so you can email him. Back over the junkyard with the ATI damper, and I also picked up a 180-degree thermostat. So the ones that come stock in Hellcats I think are like 209. This just drops the temperatures a little bit. A lot of people do it, especially if you're gonna start turning the boost up. I might as well do it now since there is no coolant in it, and it just kind of makes sense. So let's get this pulley on there. This is actually disassembled, so I need to put it together. Now everything is connected. We have coolant in the radiator. I have the tranny lines all connected again. I actually pulled the radiators out to put the crank pulley on. I also put the 180-degree thermostat in, so we'll run pretty much cooler temps, and then everything, all the belts, the supercharger belt, the new serpentine belt, all of this is done. So I had to order 3 more gallons of coolant just so I had enough, and it's gonna be here Monday. So I was planning on driving this a little bit, but unfortunately, it's not that big a deal. I have other things that I need to work on. And then I'm also getting the pigtails for those active dampening suspension plugs, or those sensors. I need the plugs for those. And you know, pretty much I could start working on getting this whole quarter panel back on this side off of the other thing. But yeah, I'm really happy it's all together. So now what I'm gonna do is fire it up. Time to fire her up and listen to the supercharger. Interesting. Why are we shutting down? Oh, I know why we're shutting down. It's mad that it's not in park. It's weird. Kind of has a hesitation. Just like cranking. I mean, we're not that hot already. What's really going on here? Must have something unplugged, but none of this was messed up. That is weird. Really weird. Awesome. Now the Durango moves under her own power. Sounds great. She sounds really good. Sounds a lot better than my Hellcat for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why, but put it in reverse, move back, put it in drive, move forward. I mean, that doesn't mean it's going to do 150 or 200 miles an hour, but it is very satisfying that this thing moves under its own power. The Durango roof skin is on back order for like 3 months, which is unfortunate. The normal one. So hopefully, and mine was way too bad to repair, so hopefully we can figure it out and I could get either the other roof made, or we will just kind of wait for the other roof. But I can get this quarter panel in the meantime, and I pretty much could get it drivable. So it'll be really nice to do that. I want to put lowering springs on it. I want to put those arms on there. Then I could go get it aligned now that it runs and drives. One thing, well, I need to go take it for a drive, but I need more coolant. So the fan's like freaking out right now. I don't have a seatbelt. Just kidding. I can't see. Shit. got back with the Durango. Unfortunately, the salvage yard, the other salvage yard, didn't have a roof skin. So I'm gonna have to look externally, and I was looking for some other stuff. So it seemed like 14 up, they didn't have much in the means of Jeep or Durangos, which kind of sucks. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to find a used roof skin. Unfortunately, mine was damaged. As you guys remember, it was hit in the rear. I'm most likely gonna pull the rear sheet metal out myself. And back here, this fuel filler neck bucket, I guess, I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but I'm thinking about replacing this. So you can see there's a lot of dents and stuff and dings from when it got the quarter panel got smashed into it. The only unfortunate part is it comes back behind this piece of, I think it's medium high strength steel, and I don't want to have to remove this. But to remove this, I have to remove this. Or what I could do is I could cut it along this edge right here and then cut it up and then just re-weld this, because it's not really adding much structure here or anything here. So I don't want to remove this part because it houses the door hinge, and I don't, or not the hinge, but the latch, and I don't want to have to re-guide all that stuff, which I think this will be a lot better. Just kind of either cut that there or be able to get the spot welds out without cutting it and then pull it out, put the new one from the other Durango cut, and then back here you can see that I need to pull some stuff around here. It looks like, I don't know if that's how that's supposed to be. I'll have to see when I get the other Durango skin off, see if it kind of goes like that. It must go like that. But it kind of looks like there's a kind of a crease right there as well, which I might end up replacing this taillight bucket because it's kind of damaged, and I don't want to really have to worry about straightening it out. And then I can replace this piece. But that also, actually, I think I can see all the spot welds right there. Just, I don't know if I'll be able to get that one, so, or that one. So it's just going to really depend on how I want to attack this, and I think I'll just kind of go from there. I could pull this skin out, then I could get to this skin, and I could pull, actually I could pull this skin, this, then this, replace that. But if I do that, I might as well do this one, and we'll just see where I'm at when I get to it. So I want to get all this stuff nice and fixed, then I can get the quarter panel on, and I really want to get that done by the next video. But I'm really happy that the Durango runs and drives, and it is pretty fast. I almost want to just leave it with no doors on it or anything, because she's very, very fast. But I really do want it to look like this side, cruising around. I mean, look at that. It looks like a brand new car. But unfortunately, that's going to be in this video. We got her running and driving, got the crank pulley on there, 100% good to go. I really want to put a smaller upper pulley for the supercharger so we could turn the power up, but then I have to tune it. So I want to get everything done. I think next I want to get the alignment done, but I want to lower it because these things sit too high, and I really don't need an SUV, technically an SUV, because I'm never going to take this thing off-road. So I want to drop it. So I'll put some springs on it. I have arms, then I can go get the alignment, and then we can get her 100% running and driving where I don't have to worry about. I think it has a little bit of toe out in the front, just because you can kind of see that wheels kind of turn that way and that wheels kind of turn that way. So I think we just need to hurry up and get this alignment done, get the lowering springs on, get the adjustable arms on, and just kind of go from there. So if you like these videos, make sure to click the subscribe button, throw a thumbs up, throw a comment below. As always, see you guys next time.